I think it's time that we admit that the Oilers are a playoff-style team in terms of they just are always good in the playoffs. Now, I'm recording this, to be clear, in the first period, and, that might change, but they seem that they perform very well in the playoffs. And Calvin Pickard, Stuart Skinner, I was an advocate for the Oilers upgrading their goaltending. I thought that's something that they should definitely look at. I thought that they should make really bold moves at the deadline. They didn't end up doing that. I thought that was a shortfalling. I am still picking this team to win the Stanley Cup at this exact point right here, but it is what it is. I think that a lot of people with the Edmonton Oilers end up overreacting when something happens. I'm looking on my social media today, and everybody, on my Facebook or whatever is talking about, he's injured. And I'm like, guys, relax. It's the Edmonton Oilers. They're probably going to be fine. I think that at the very least, the Edmonton Oilers are going to get past the Vegas Golden Knights for sure. I mean, Edmonton Oilers will not be denied. Actually, Connor McDavid will not be denied. But the overreaction that I'm going to be talking about, the article that I'm going to be reading off today is we are cooked. Oil Country reacts for the Game 3 lineup. I personally think this is just a massive overreaction. So anyways, Calvin Pickard is day to day. But we need to understand a couple of things about Calvin Pickard. Guys, his numbers aren't even that good. Yes, he wins a lot in the playoffs, but that's because he has an unbelievable team and superstars in front of him. And yes, I know that Stuart Skinner, I get it, he hasn't been that good, but it's going to be next man up, dude. It's going to be next man up. It's the Edmonton Oilers. Those two players that they have will not be denied. Obviously, it's not great to see that Calvin Pickard is injured. You don't want to see that, but whatever. So the article continues. The Edmonton Oilers have Stuart Skinner in the starter's net at today's skate. Said the Oilers, Stuart Skinner will make the start for the Oilers against the Golden Knights in Game 3 at Rogers Place with Calvin Pickard out day-to-day with an injury. So, yeah, I mean, guys, it's not really that big of a deal. Actually, as I said, as I record this right now, they're already up 2-0, and Stuart Skinner looks completely fine. I would always tell you guys that you need to understand that goaltending is just random. And there are so many goalies around the league that, they can have a really good run. Look at Sergei Bobrovsky. If you guys have been watching the Leafs series, he looks terrible. I mean, he does not look very good at all. I'm surprised they even won that last game against the Leafs for how bad Bobrovsky looks. You can win with some bad goaltending. You just need your scorers to score. You need the guys that, as McDavid said, let's not forget, we are paid to score big goals. That's what Connor McDavid said, and he hit the nail on the head. Now, as for the play that probably injured Pickard, I was looking through social media today, and it looks like the play where Hurdle fell over on Pickard's left leg. It looks like it's probably a lower body injury to me. I think that's what we're looking at here. So it could be groin when he fell over, that it overextended his groin, or perhaps his lower leg. Again, let's keep in mind that it's day-to-day, although I will say one thing, that when players are day-to-day in the NHL playoffs, that really doesn't mean too much. And what I mean by that is you can really, I have an old joke that I say, when NHL players in the playoffs say that they're day-to-day, that doesn't mean absolutely anything. The guys could have a friggin' limb missing and they would be, quote, day-to-day. They're hockey players. They'll play no matter what. Now, to be fair, I don't really know how this is going to turn out, because right now it looks like it's actually 2-2 from when I started to stop recording this. So again, Stuart Skinner could start to look bad again. I totally get it. I'm just saying that I really don't think that this is the end of the world. I think that the Oilers fans should be confident in Stuart Skinner or whoever they put in net. I would prefer to have Pickard in there myself, but whatever. Now, I obviously will say one thing, though, that it is hard to get confidence for your hockey team, and goalies do help you get a lot of confidence, of course. It is just hard for me to bury Stuart Skinner so much, because at the end of the day, he brought them to the cup final. He brought them within an inch of winning the Stanley Cup. I am a believer that a 1B type goalie, through all the ups and downs that a 1B type goalie will give you, I think that a 1B type goalie can win you the Stanley Cup. We've seen it before. You know, Adin Hill, like, I don't really think Adin Hill's that good of a goalie, but at the end of the day, he's a cup champion, right? So it just, you know, we've seen other guys go on runs like Khudobin, and yes, it's better to actually have a guy that is a solidified superstar, you know, starter like Crawford or something like that. Those old school guys that could play like a bajillion games, you know, the Jonathan Quick types that could play like a bajillion games. Not that that Quick can anymore, but you understand what I'm saying. My prediction for this game, I'm watching the first period right now. I genuinely think that the Oilers are going to come out on top. It's the weirdest thing with this team. It's just McDavid, man. This guy will not be denied. My lord, did you see how he made Jack Eichel just look like an absolute beer leaguer the other day? It was ridiculous. The biggest thing that Stuart Skinner wants to avoid is the back-breaking type of goals. These are the type of goals that just absolutely torture your team. If you can stay away from that, the Oilers will be completely fine. Now, I want to be keeping more of an eye on exactly what's going on with Pickard. I want to see if he's, you know, taking shots in practice, how he looks at practice. Is he laboring when he's getting up or down? That is a big deal. I understand some people are going to drop it in the comments. I get it. I actually would agree with you guys, and I genuinely do think I would prefer to put Pickard in right now. Like, it seems that, like, their team is a little bit more confident with Pickard in net, so I would just go with Pickard myself. I'm just saying that I'm confident in the Oilers. I think that they're going to be fine. That's just my opinion on it. Why don't you guys drop yours below? Anyways, I'm going to leave this video here. I'm excited to watch the rest of the game. Hopefully, they're better in the second period. The Las Vegas Golden Knights just tied it up. If you guys can make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it, guys. And make sure to have a great day. Goodbye, guys.